Hi, everybody, and good morning, Monday, August 31st. So, I apologize, but this video is basically going to look identically like the last video. This is just a continuation from the last time, which is just me continuously working on wiring up this panel. Now, look, if it were up to me, I would just skip past all this and go to the next time, or go to the next video where I was doing something, different. But this is a build log, so you get to see it all. Alright, so what we're just continuing to do is, well, wire up stuff, right? We got wires going all over the place, and they have to be connected to everything. Now, one of the strategies I'm doing when making all this wire is I want to technically be able to remove this whole thing, right? So, should the need arise for some repair, I can remove the entire, basically the spinal column of the entire avionics panel. I can just remove the whole thing. Well, not remove it, but I can unhook it from any of the boxes that I need to make repairs, which is great. And if, someone's buying the plane, who knows when, they can do the same. Or if they want to switch to some futuristic model where none of this exists and it's all brain waves, they can just remove it and cut the leads that go down to the fuselage and be done with it. So, all right. So, what's my message here? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, look, you can do this too, right? It's not too terribly difficult. You just follow the instructions, make sure the power is where it's supposed to be, and you'll be fine. Everything else is data, right? Everyone's just nervous because these are expensive, and and no one really is an avionics shop of one expert type person, not even me. Now, although I will say, now that I'm putting one together, the second one would be much, much faster. But I love the experience of it all. So yeah, you can do it. It's not too terribly hard. Just time consuming. I mean, and you do save money. Basically, let me put it like this. So putting in a good avionics panel is really about $10 in wire ties, right? What does that mean? Uh, well, it's also the wire. So imagine like $300 in wire and $15 in wire ties. With those wire ties, you can tie stuff up temporarily, however you want, right? And as things move around, you move wires around, more wire ties. Cut old ones, put new ones on. That's it. That's it. If you were to see the bottom of the footwell on both sides, it is just filled with little snips of wire and cut off wire ties all over the place. That's what it is. Building a panel is just about sacrificing wire ties. Let's see, anything else? Oh yeah, so I did say that I was doing something cool this last weekend, and I did. Yeah, and you'll see it in the future, but I got my radio hooked up. I got the panel basically done, and yes, I redid one more circuit breaker. I reorganized one more, but I think we're good. And yeah, so the only problem is that so I'd go to do a ground check, right, a radio check. Problem is the ground antennas are behind my hangar building, and I'm in the hangar, so no one can really hear me. I mean, I could hear myself on a handheld, and I could hear the tower because I can see the tower from the door of the hangar, but I can't see ground. So I'm not going to do a radio check on tower, so I'm going to do it on the ground. So what I'm going to do, possibly today even, is hook up a 100-foot extension cord to the 12-volt power supply, roll this baby on out to where it can see all the antenna, and do a proper check. When that happens, I promise I will get the copy of it from Live ATC. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to be recording ATC in the cockpit. I'm looking for a nice way to do it. I think what I'm going to have to wind up doing is like I'm going to have to do like a 3.5mm jack to just some like digital audio recorder type thing. I'd love to have a panel mount type of thing, but I don't know. I don't think that even exists. So, all right, quick announcement, a new addition to the family over my left shoulder there. You can see I've got a little dorm fridge. Found a nice girl in Oakland who's moving over to Maine to do her master's degree in something, and was selling off all of her stuff, including that fridge that she'd had for 5 years. I bought it for $50, so welcome the new fridge. All right, in the next video, it's more wiring. My beautiful wife shows up to help us label a bunch of the circuit breakers, and yeah, more joy and merriment for everyone. So thank you for joining me, everyone. See you soon.